I was gonna get up and do a podcast with Mia, but then I got high. I was gonna pay my child support, but then I got high. I was gonna edit some video gameplays, but then I got high. But then I fucked it up.
I need to get like you.
I get real Caucasian energy sometimes.
What type of edibles you doing? What? Sign me up.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And at 3, 4, 5, it's your okay, I'm done. I'm done. This is our second intro today.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna call nobody out. But there's a certain young lady who is co-hosting this podcast with me. But welcome to the Pretty Petty Podcast. It's your girl Mercedes.
And it's Mira and my legs hurt.
Why your legs hurt?
Because niggas had me doing squats. I did over 100
Hold
squats.
up, pause.
Don't be freaky.
Wait,
I was doing exercises.
I guarantee every single person who listens to this was thinking the same thing I was thinking.
No, I didn't mean them kind of squats. If anything, that's preparing me for those kind of squats. I'm talking about regular exercise, did my tipathon, did my little thug thizzle.
How many days was it?
It was 4 days. It's not done. I still got a day left.
How you liking
4
it?
days. That shit was fun, but that shit is off the wall. I gotta come up with more creative nut shit to do. I just gotta get out of my chair, really.
I told you, get the ranch soda. Get the dirty soda, the cucumber soda. I mean, when you have bills to pay, like grown woman bills to pay, you gotta find a way, and it's either
vomit on stream,
show your hole, or drink something bad. I'm gonna drink something bad.
I'm showing toes before I do that.
My toes ain't worth looking at right now, currently.
My toes look a little unloved, but you know what I'm saying? With a little nail file and a new gel set, they will be good. Oh, and a little bit of lotion.
Let me see. What's going on with me? Nothing really. Just been trying to stream. Just been having fun with this podcast and reading about all the mess that's been going down this week. Yeah.
It's messy.
Okay, I wasn't even going to talk about her. I wasn't even going to talk about her no more. You always say that.
So Nicki Minaj. I knew it. Did she start her tour this week?
It's not even about her directly. I'm not going to talk about you seen them videos circling around of her first stop in was it Oakland?
Yeah, she
can't be Oakland.
She looked nice on stage and stuff like that. I was like, okay, turn up.
Nobody said she looked bad. Everybody said they looked like a dress rehearsal for 5th grade play though.
What?
Yeah.
It was that. Oh no.
But that's not that's not them in the news story. I wasn't even gonna say nothing about that. So
damn.
The reason why I said Oakland is because the internet posted a screenshot of the Ticketmaster description for Oakland, California.
If you talking about, I think you talking about that might not be.
It's not real.
It's not legit.
Megan's Law.
That's not legit.
Damn.
No, that's not legit. Because I immediately posted that shit in Discord, and they was like, no, and somebody pulled a receipt on me. I was like, oh,
was it like a Nicki Minaj fan?
No, he don't like Nicki. But he was like, I don't like Nicki, but that ain't real. He made sure to say that too, because it's like nowadays you have to say shit like that. He was like, I don't like Nicki, but nah. Because when I say we was kikiing, we was like, what the fuck? I was like, this woman got to get it together. I said, look at this bullshit. And then I went about my day and came back to getting dragged.
All right. First story. Are you ready?
Yeah.
It's the actual first story. We've talked about nothing before this. Don't say nothing.
I'm not.
So would you consider yourself to be a queen? Yeah. Yeah. So would I, I feel like we're both Black queens. We want to get specific.
Turn up.
So this week I'm going to start out with showing some recognition to another Black queen. Gwyneth Paltrow is making headlines this week. So she was. Let me tell you.
Shit.
So Gwyneth Paltrow and all her group did this. I just remember, was she she tried to sell her vagina smoke after Erykah Badu, didn't she?
That's how we starting off Women's History Month.
Okay.
That's how you starting off Women's History Month.
Yo, dead ass, here's the question now, before we get to this story. If a company approached you, body parts candle company,
a body part,
and they said, X mirror, baby girl, we got a cute 20 stacks for you if we can do a limited edition run of a personalized candle scent of frankincense, sandalwood, ember, or whatever your pussy smells
maybe
like.
a pussy pop candle.
Would you go through with a mirror candle?
I think I could see myself doing that. That would be some of the most fun I've ever had on a campaign without being like as vulgar. You know what I'm saying? I probably would put that shit in The Sims and just get some pussy pop today. Like, I'll be acting fucking stupid. That would be so fun and so creative.
You're such a nerd.
What? Oh. Why I gotta be all of that?
Queen.
Why you hating on my pussy pop candles?
Paltrow.
Listen, that backshot air is fire. Pussy pop candle. Wait.
Dr. Guinevere Paltrice was recently at a panel at the Makers Conference in Beverly Hills, California. So, right off the top, a conference in Beverly Hills on a Thursday afternoon. Who can afford to go there? Everybody, right? But surprisingly, the crowd was overwhelmingly white women. And Gwyneth Paltrow,
what is his name?
She went on record as saying that white women could learn from Black women and our sense of self-confidence and self-love, our approach to self-love. She said that she praised her Black girlfriends that were around her for their incredible intrinsic self-honoring. But this self-honoring for Black women is from the deepest part of their souls all the way to the tips of their fingers. And she told this to an audience of white women, that we are like the prototype of self-love and confidence. What do you think about that?
That's cute. But why the room full of white? I don't know.
Do you think that's true though? Like the sentiment?
I could see that. I could see that in a world where everybody tries to treat you as less and tries to demean you or behave a certain way towards you, that can make sense. Realizing that just your presence in certain spaces is considered political, even though you ain't doing a damn thing but just existing. That makes sense to me.
I think maybe Black women are just really good at faking it.
You think so?
I think so. I'm not saying like, we're more depressed or self-hating or unhappy with our bodies as like white women. But when I think about like for example, like before TikTok, looking at Black women around me, like looking at my mother, I would think nothing fazed them. Nothing got to them. Like just a brave face in public. And then when I go on TikTok and I'm seeing all these women sharing their vulnerabilities and their struggles with mental health. And I'm like, girl, this is not what you're giving when you're outside in the streets.
Oh, I mean, that's everybody goes through vulnerability and struggles. If anything, I could definitely say that I do feel like Black women or just Black people in general might have issues with vulnerability. And with the rise of social media, that seems to be shifting. We're starting to see people be more and more vulnerable.
Maybe it is vulnerability, like just seeing people out and about. And when I see Black women, 9 times out of 10, I see maybe worries, I see stress, but I don't really see like weakness. Maybe that's weakness, and I'm being very literal with what I'm saying. I'm not actually saying weakness equals vulnerable. I'm just saying like Black women in general present as, and I hate to use this word, but we just seem like we give a stronger face in public. I'm saying like for myself as well.
That's something to think. I sure as hell don't. I'd be depressed, and I if I'm depressed, I'd be looking at.
Is this your depressed face? I'm looking at. What's this face?
No, I'm just thinking. I don't know what my depressed face is. I just feel like my outward appearance, I might be just ashy. You know what I'm saying? Wearing dark clothes, slouched over, hair not done.
Maybe it's just like wishful thinking on my part. But when I just think about Black women in public and like moving around, there's just like we're above it all. Like the minutia.
Protection mechanism, a defense mechanism.
Absolutely. Megan Thee Stallion was freaking out anime fans everywhere this past week. She was seen out and about at the 2024 Crunchyroll Anime Awards. She was wearing this cute ass outfit that's inspired by a character from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Have you seen that one?
JoJo's is the only anime that I watch, but I still have like 10 episodes to finish. But that's the one anime of recent years.
So this is a currently airing one?
You said currently? Yeah.
Okay.
I think it should still be on Netflix.
I don't watch anime. I've tried so hard.
They don't pique your interest?
No.
I like JoJo's because it's busy as hell. It's like a train wreck. You can't look away. It's always some shit going on. Every time you think the storyline's going to go one way, it goes the exact opposite. The
closest I've gotten to enjoying an anime, and you're going to laugh, but you've seen the movie Spirit, right?
No.
Spirit Away. Okay. Well, it's like this super slow, gentle. I don't think there's even any words in it. Kind of like that game Journey I was talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It's sounds just intimate. Like that. And even though I did fall asleep on it, I was like, oh, this is nice. Because part of like the reason I don't like anime is like the high pitched screeching almost that I hear. But her outfit was so cute. She's got like the deep V-neck, and she's got, like a little heart on her belly, and her hips are hipping. She looks good. She always looks good.
This is a cosplay out. This shit is fire. She always be having some fire ass outfits.
Yeah, and speaking of somebody who's been through some stuff, if you saw Megan on the street, you would never think she went through any of the things that she went through. She's flawless.
I agree.
This is not a hot topic, but I do have a question I wanted to ask.
Uh-oh. What's up?
It's not a heathen question. If you received a check for $1 million, would you quit content creation? Like quit your job?
That million ain't gonna last. Probably not. I'll probably take a break. Figure out where I'm gonna invest.
You say I'm gonna just disappear for 2 years and then come back.
Yeah, I'll take some time off. 2 years is still kind of long. Everybody probably done forgot about me by that point.
Oprah Winfrey.
What she did?
Okay, so Oprah Winfrey, like 10 years ago, she joined the board for Weight Watchers, and I think it was like a record-breaking deal at the time. Like stock for Weight Watchers like went sky high, like millions of dollars, and made Oprah a lot of money, if I remember that story correctly. But anyway, this past week, the company recently released a statement saying that Oprah had announced her decision to not stay on the board anymore. She joined way back in 2015, and she's stepping down. And it's reported that this decision is because last December, she revealed that she was using weight loss medication to help manage her weight. And then she said, after she stepped down, that she was going to be donating all of her shares, which is reportedly worth $18 million. So Oprah has been on the Zemp.
I ain't surprised.
Or the Mounjaro.
One of them. And then she decides to... I wonder how long she been actually doing that. And is it like, did you just decide to say something because now there's a trend of these medications on a rise now for weight loss? So it's like, I'm going to say something now before somebody throw me under the bus later.
I mean, people have been saying for months that she's got Ozempic face. And when I say Ozempic face...
You mean like the blow pop head? So people, people lose weight too fast, they look like a fucking blow pop. They bodies be little as shit, and they head be mad big. You ever drop a blow pop?
That's me. That's literally my body type.
No,
what you're describing as someone who lost a lot of weight rapidly. I very much have maybe actually a smaller head than my body.
Ladies, your head, your shit is proportionate. No, I don't know how you seeing yourself, my nigga, but your head is proportionate. Your shit is proportionate.
Have you heard about all these new diet drugs? What did you think about them? Would you ever try it?
I'm kind of scared. I ain't gonna front. It crossed my mind because I'm like, bruh, I'll be wanting to get into some, you know what I'm saying? Especially since the Panasonic, I've gained some weight that I didn't care to gain. So I'm like, it's crossed my mind. But then I heard that people was just doodling forever. You heard about that?
I heard about that.
Diarrhea. But you're in a perpetual state of shit.
So my mom has been on Ozempic for a couple of years now, but she actually has diabetes. So she doesn't have that shit problem. Maybe that's a
Side effect for people who don't need
yeah.
it.
But yeah, I applaud her for coming clean about it, and then went ahead and said, you know what, people gonna talk bad about me if I keep this position on Weight Watchers, knowing damn well Weight Watchers don't work long term. That's what I heard. Anyway, that's what the ghost was saying on the internet. That they don't really be working.
They're being dishonest. So I'm glad she did say something, but I just wondered how long did she sit on that?
There's this trend, I guess, on TikTok this week within the urban Black millennial Generation Z community. But in the TikTok, this girl is asking, or she's telling the story about a time a dude that she was talking to cashed out her $30 for lunch.
Oh.
And so people all over TikTok are like showing themselves eating, like fast food, fast casual restaurant food. And the caption is like, what I do after my man has cashed out me $30 for lunch. The problem is people, just like the Cheesecake Factory thing, people are up in arms. The girlies can't decide if $30 is enough money to get their chicken Caesar sandwich and their fries on the side. Girl lunch. How do you feel about like if you were like dating somebody and they cashed out you $30 for lunch?
Oof. Me personally, I mean, it could help. It's not going to cover my whole lunch if I work from home. One fucking sandwich on DoorDash is $50 after taxes and tip. So that can be a part of my lunch, but that ain't covering my whole lunch. Shit, I'll just put this with whatever I'm doing, but I think she's well within her right to feel like $30 is not enough though. If that's what she said. That's what she said, right?
Yeah. I think we've wasted enough time on these stories. I think we should talk about what's really important.
What?
That damn movie.
Oh no. I forgot about this shit. I'm like, movie.
Yo.
Did you even finish it?
Okay.
Sitting there with
tell the folks what movie this is. I'm not entirely sure how to say it. Mea Culpa?
I was about to say, is it Mea Culpa? I don't know how to pronounce.
Starring.
Tyler Perry came out with a movie called Mea Culpa. And it's starring Kelly Rowland and Trevante Rhodes. And who else is in there?
There were other people in that movie?
What? Damn.
Other than the guy who was supposed to be mulatto?
Don't start this mulatto shit again. I'm still traumatized from last week's
Kelly Rowland's husband, the Mr. Mulatto. Why is family hater and why were they having problems? Him and Kelly Rowland.
She was paying for all his stuff and he didn't tell his family. So his family's under the impression that he's footing the bill for everything when she's footing the bill for everything. Yeah, the mother is sick. I think she had cancer, stuff like that. She's paying her bills, her chemo, his thing, everybody paying for everybody's shit with her job, through her job as an attorney. The family didn't like her because they felt like, these bad things are happening because of you. And like, they just don't like her. Like, it's just beef.
Oh, you could just say because she's black.
Out the gate, it's just beef. I'm sure it is, because then they had put him up with some next bitch that they was trying to get him with. That
it don't matter. The only thing that matters is that paint scene.
Oh, not the making blue.
That is the only thing I remember about that movie. On God,
out of all of him painting the holes and.
Okay, so we were both watching Mea Culpa last week.
She was frying the hell out of me.
And I was on multiple devices because this movie cannot hold nobody's attention. I don't care who you are. It was like, so fucking boring.
What is this orgy?
And Kelly Rowland is saying every goddamn thing the exact same way. It don't matter what she's saying, who she's talking to, the subject matter. She's just like, the building's on fire. You're cheating on me.
Yeah, because
let's go to lunch. Like
where she should have been screaming. That I'm like, nigga, why is you not? Screaming? Why is that lamp not in the side of that lady's head? What is happening here?
Is this her first movie ever?
I don't know. No, she was in a horror movie years ago. I think it was Freddie, Jason, one of them niggas. She got clapped.
I'm sorry. Even for a first movie, it's like take some type of acting class. There's no way she took any acting classes.
Damn.
In a way. But anyway, that fine man.
Oh, no.
That fine man and Kelly Rowland. Spoiler alert.
He was popping that cock.
He's an artist.
Mm-hmm.
And he paints with his penis.
An artist that was popping that cock.
But I remember I was fading in and out of consciousness.
And you still made sure you seen that. You
and I looked up at one point.
Shit, talking about, oh, it's an orgy.
If I could say, I looked up innocently.
You lie.
from reading New Testament chapter 6 or whatever the fuck.
And you just seen them showing hole. You a lie.
Oh, I see.
Lie like a thrift store rug.
I see 2 scoops of chocolate ice cream.
Chocolate cheeks.
His butt covered in blue paint. Yes.
Got nice ass. Got nice ass.
I've always thought that man was fine because he was in Moonlight.
You know, I watched Moonlight for the first time right after that. I realized that I've been saying I wanted to watch Moonlight. I never watched Moonlight before. I watched Moonlight directly after that.
How would you rate it?
I liked it, but I didn't like the ending. I watched it in Discord, and one of my homies was like, I have movie blue balls. What happened afterward? So I was like, yeah, I think that's a good descriptor. Like, what happens after? Like, this is how it ends. I was sad about that, but the movie was good.
I really hate movies that end ambiguously. Like, I need you to tell me one way or the other. Is this a happy ending or is this a sad ending?
Yeah,
I don't like that in between shit.
On the beach, and
just like with people,
this is cute, but like, what happened? I want to know more.
I don't like that wishy-washy shit. Like, make it, like, pick a side, even if it's a side that I don't like. Pick a side, bro.
Pick something. Stand on something.
Kanye West.
Oh God.
Made headlines this week.
What that nigga do now?
So what he did was he goes on this tirade. I don't know why he insists on making these like nigga memos and posting it on Instagram. It's when you type a whole bunch of shit in Word, screenshot it, and then post it on a
in your iPhone notes, and then put it on Instagram.
Yeah, like that shit. Like you're writing out a whole bunch of words. He said, at this point, everybody knows what the system is code word for. I was removed from my dad by the system, and the system removed me from my children. When the system drafts athletes, they avoid working with those who have their father in their life because they are harder to manipulate. My 2 oldest know they daddy is. Kim, take my kids out of Sierra Canyon. Now it's a fake school for celebrities that are used by the system. So
isn't there a well-known father that
out? Hold on. He said all that like 3 or 4 days ago. Kim says that Ye is only worried about the school because Kanye doesn't believe in standardized education. I guess he wants them to learn the ABCs and the alphabet and shit on bath salts in the desert. I don't know. The part that people were kind of freaking out about is the fact that he published where his kids go to school.
Oh, that's a safety risk. What is, and he should know better than that. You just put your children in that. Nigga, how you dox yourself?
Especially children of a mother who had been abducted. Name more famous kids in America right now other than Kim and Kanye's kids.
Jesus. That's
like, it's smart. Just, isn't that ridiculous to be like, I want my kids out of this school for their safety, but let me tell the entire world where my kids go to
put them in danger while discussing. Nigga stress me out.
Yeah. Is he one of them people that you can still listen to their music?
No, I haven't listened to him in a very long time because he's just has some very questionable behavior. He gave me the energy of like, yeah, you ever think about when people talk about when you give somebody money, you get to see what type of person they really are? Mm-hmm. Like, he gives me the energy of like, you was an asshole, but like now you got money, it's like super amplified, and he just gives me the energy of somebody that uses their power to like just terrorize people, their wealth and influence to terrorize people. That's what I get from him, and I can't listen to him no more because of it.
Yeah, I can't either. And it's a shame too, because I remember when I was in school and 808s and Heartbreaks came out, and I just played that shit over and over and over again.
That was me with Graduation.
Nobody ever said Kanye wasn't talented.
Talented like a motherfucker, but I don't know what the hell wrong with him.
But on the opposite side of the talent spectrum, do we want to talk about Diddy?
Ooh, oh, yo, what came out about him now? It said Somebody else
whole
stepped
gag of shit.
forward and it threw a whole bunch of other celebrities and people in the mix. And instead of
So,
focusing on him being abusive, they focusing on sexuality.
so if you'll recall, last year,
Mm-hmm.
Cassie filed that lawsuit against Diddy, claiming that he humiliated her and groomed her. Look it up if you want to about the allegations. They settled out of court. I want to say not even a cool 36 hours later, Diddy gave her whatever she wanted. That right there let me know
Admission of guilt.
exactly. That was just a little too quick. So then cut to this. There's allegations of a shooting in there. There's allegations of misbehavior. Diddy with his son. There's stuff in there about underage girls and sexual activities. And it's like a lot of people were saying the writings have been on the wall with Diddy for a while. Cat Williams, when he did his interview that we talked about, one of the things he said was like, if Diddy asks you to party, don't go. Don't do it. So it seems like something that a whole bunch of men in Hollywood
Well-kept
knew.
secret.
Yeah, but they were protecting their own. And now, what they say, the hens coming home to roost. That was so
The
country.
chickens come to roost. Yep.
What does that mean? They fucking the rooster?
I don't know, but I just assume that it's like a country ass variation of what's done in the dark comes to the light.
For a chicken, to roost means to settle down for rest or sleep. But for us, however, the expression is not at all restful. When our chickens come home to roost, it means our past mistakes or wrongdoings have come back to cause us problems. Yo, I love it. I don't got no other topics.
All right. So today's topic.
Hold on.
What's up?
Let's just talk for a bit.
Okay. What you want to talk about?
I don't know.
Shit, I was gonna ask you, have you been sleeping good?
Better. You?
I've been all right, kinda. The sleeps after the tipathon have been beating my ass, so my sleeping pattern is wonky. My
Here's
body
a question.
So
it's kind of deep.
Deep is cool.
Do you still ever get in your head about streaming and being a content creator to the point where you think, man, why am I even doing this? It's pointless. I should just quit now. And if you do still experience those moments, how do you get over it?
Absolutely. I go through that quite a bit. I feel like it's actually common for a lot of us content creators to be in our heads. And I think that's why it's important to have a support system and have people to talk to when you're dealing with these things. Sometimes we can go to therapy and that's cool, but a lot of therapists still don't understand what the fuck we do for a living. So they're not going to be able to fully understand the weight of what we're talking about. So I do think it's important that you have like people to talk to.
Okay, can you give me an example of something that I actually would have?
What you mean?
Like in the absence of supportive people to talk to around you.
If you don't have nobody to damn. I actually am kind of stuck.
Okay, well, the question comes from me. So if you think of an answer, let me know. My therapist quit me this week.
What?
My new therapist. Yeah, she broke up with me already.
Hello?
Which was super cool for my rejection issues. This is what happened, right? So I have health insurance. I've been waiting for like a whole damn year to be able to finally get therapy through health insurance, right? I've had a couple of sessions with her. She cancels our next appointment. And so I'm like, what's going on? She's like, well, I've been unable to bill your insurance company or I haven't heard back or whatever. She was just talking about the last appointment that wasn't even a whole week ago. Apparently it takes like a week normally for insurance companies to say, yes, this is her copay or whatever. She's like, so I'm going to cancel your appointment and then you can reschedule for next week. And I was even willing to pay out of pocket full cost so I wouldn't miss the session, right? She didn't even give me the option. She didn't even give me the option. So after I sent her that, I called my insurance company twice to call her and let her know. And they're basically telling me, we don't know why this lady tripping because we paid her out for the previous 2 sessions. Well, why would we not pay her out for the third one? But
she was lying.
I guess maybe she didn't clear my first request. I don't exactly know. But her assistant, she says, okayed it. So I'm showing up, changing my whole schedule around for my appointment that I think I'm having Thursday morning, only for her to send me an email a few minutes before letting me know that no, that wasn't supposed to be approved and I'll make an appointment for next week. So I'm just like, no. The fact that you didn't even give me the option to like pay out of pocket or like tell the insurance company to call this number or fax this and this and this. Like she was like, it just gave very much like she just didn't want to have a session with me for whatever reason. So I'm out of a therapist. And it's a shame too, because that was the first one I've ever had that I liked.
Damn. That I understand though, because I didn't have some ones, boy. That sucks, because that definitely sounds like bullshit. Like she was trying to get you to run around.
Yeah, I found her from TikTok. I'm not saying TikTok therapists can't be good, but maybe I should look into credentials more.
I gotta keep looking. The search continues. Damn,
all right. Well, that was the end of this week's The Mess. Let's take a brief break and we'll be right back.
Yo, all right, y'all. We back from the break. And today's topic is something that I want to discuss is, not you laughing, the stress that women go through and the pressure to be always on.
That's what we're talking about?
Yes, the pressure to always be on and presentable and how that ties into
I thought we were talking about
everything.
makeup. Oh, I have nothing prepared for it.
I was gonna say, so you've never encountered any point in time where you felt the pressure to be 100% done up on point. You've never experienced that pressure?
Every second of every moment of my life, but it's so ingratiated inside of my soul that I don't notice it.
Okay. Because I know the idea came from a video that was shown on TikTok where this woman was discussing what's it like to be a Black woman and to always have to feel like you have to keep up your appearances. Everything's got to be on point. And a lot of conversations I've seen people have either online or offline about keeping your appearances up, keeping your hair done, this slick back, that makeup 100% all the time, and how stressful that can be. And it's even created a trend that I'm also seeing where like Black women are throwing crunchy wigs on their head, talking about hard wig, soft life, and documenting their experiences out and about in the street when they put on that crunchy ass wig. And I just, would you ever do some shit like that? Like, would you ever just throw on a crunchy ass wig and
Hold on. What does the crunchy wig trying to get a white man thing have to do with
because
pressure?
It went from, okay, I guess I'll draw the correlation. The correlation between the two is because women are always making fun of Black women's hair. Black women are always becoming under scrutiny. And I think the belief from that is always people saying they don't have any Black friends. There's no Black people around them. There's no Black people this. And they're saying that there's an absence of community when I guess Black women don't look a certain way that people expect them to look. And then that's kind of where that comes in. Where like, oh, her wig, her hair is fucked up. She must have a white boyfriend, or she must like white men and all this other stupid shit. So now we get the hard wig, soft life thing going on. Would you ever do that shit?
Wear a hard wig? Yeah. I mean, all I can afford is synthetic. So that's my life. It's not to get a white man necessarily.
I mean, the synthetic don't always have to be hard. I got synthetic wigs, but like intentionally, like just...
No. So I'm thinking of my mom, how she was raised by her mom, and how she raised me to think this way is that you should never walk outside the house without makeup on.
My mom's like that.
Because you never know who you're going to run into. I can hear my mom's voice in my head right now. People treat you different and you look nice. And it's reminding me of like the videos that I've been seeing lately online of women who are making frank and honest and open TikToks. And they're like, listen, it's fucked up, but I 100% didn't start making money until I made a real effort in my appearance. Or 100% people started treating me nicer after I lost 70, 80 pounds. That pretty privilege is very, very real everywhere, but you know. And I was thinking about it too from my perspective, because at my highest weight, I was 370 pounds, dead ass. That number sounds so crazy to say now, but that is how big I got. After college, I was just like emotionally eating, super cute. And then I remember when I started dieting and exercising, I had lost initially 70 pounds. And I noticed the change then.
Immediate almost.
Yeah. And then when I got down to like 220, like 150 pounds down, by that time, it was like night and day. The way people looked at me, the way people saw me, what I could get away with in terms of like appearing, I guess, more attractive or more alluring with less makeup on. There was this beautiful woman on TikTok who was talking about how like the glam of, in particular, dark skinned plus size women is overlooked. And I thought that was interesting. And that lends itself to the whole idea of like femininity, how like traditional femininity has been largely excluded from Black women. It was heartbreaking, that idea of like, I have to look good to walk out the house. And now it's like, Sadie's, at least put on a bra, bro.
I gotta test what you're saying, because me personally, as being plus size and dark skin, I don't trust stylists more often than not. I don't trust that they're going to put on flattering colors on me. I don't trust them in my hair. I don't trust them. If I'm doing a photo shoot, 9 times out of 10, I brought my own clothes. I probably did my own makeup. I don't trust anybody with any of that, because these people don't know how to do Black women's hair. These people don't know how to do Black women's makeup, at least to make them look good for what they're supposed to be made. They can glam and glitz and spruce up everybody else. They know how to do everybody else's shit. But when it comes to us, it's like everything they learn just go out the window, because they don't get taught about Black women. They don't think about Black women. They're not getting taught about Black women.
Do you agree with that idea though, that dark skinned Black women, the glam is like
I agree with
unnoticed?
that.
Yeah.
I agree with that 100%. They don't get taught how to like.
No, not necessarily like taught. Like it's not like it's not like if a dark skinned Black woman walks into a room and she has her face and makeup and everything done right, it's glazed over. It doesn't even matter. But if it's on somebody else,
it depends, because it depends on the person. Because if I get dressed and I step into a room like that's not how I'm received. But for some people, it may be received. It depends on the environment, but that's not my reality. But for some people, they could say, "Oh, when I get dressed, it's like I don't exist." I mean, if you in an environment where like all the Black men are chasing everything but Black women, then yes, probably you would. But if you're not in those kind of environments, or you know what I'm saying, you around people who aren't racist, then yeah, it's going to be a little bit different. Because
can I just say this was supposed to be a lighthearted topic this week, but I'm gonna switch gears. Our favorite makeup products. Are we still talking about that?
Yes.
You want to go first?
Yes.
Let's go. Mia, what's your first favorite product?
My first favorite makeup product is the NARS Soft Matte Complete Foundation. It has been a must needed staple in my makeup kit. I think it's super cute. It's super clutch. And with all the struggles that I've been dealing with makeup these past few years, it has been a godsend. I'm so glad I got my ass up and asked for makeup recommendations the day that I did.
But I will just add that if you have oily skin, this foundation is for you. If you have dry skin, stay the hell away from it.
Damn.
I would also say it has medium full to full coverage. It has a powder finish as well. All right. My first one is going to be also from NARS, my favorite foundation, and it's the NARS Natural Radiant Foundation. It is weightless, is beautiful, has like a skin-like finish. I'm someone who has more normal to combination oily T-zone. I like a full, flawless coverage, but I don't want it to be cakey. I would say it actually has probably the same amount of coverage as the one Mira is talking about, but it does not have a powder finish. So if you're someone who likes to bake or who likes to like build without it looking like you're wearing a lot of makeup, I would check it out. The NARS Natural Radiant Foundation.
Check that out. My next favorite product is Laura Mercier's Translucent Medium Deep Powder. For somebody that's oily as hell, I've been enjoying the hell out of these powders, and adding them to my makeup regimen has been keeping my oil in check for much longer than what it used to be. Because back in the day, I used to put on makeup and just be out here greasy as hell on stream, and nobody even told me. I was just greasy. So Shout outs to Laura Mercier for this nice powder. It helps keep my skin matte for longer.
And she's talking about the loose one because there's also a pressed version. She's using the loose one. My second favorite is actually a callback. So when I was in 6th grade, okay, I thought I was just the grungiest fucking 11-year-old of all time. And so I would wear Wet and Wild lipstick. Like it was dark burgundy. And I loved it so, so, so much. I wore it every single day at school. I got in trouble with all my teachers. I was just quote unquote fast. It's whatever, but I looked fierce. I say that because my favorite lipstick shade, the one that I would pick, is from MAC. The color is called Rebel. I remember when I first found this lipstick, I must have been like first or second year in college. And it just reminded me so much of like the first few years of my life where I was playing with makeup and what it meant to be girly in my own little way. And it's got that same deep sort of purplish dark sensation. Yeah, I'm going to pick MAC Rebel.
I think I tried that shade at one point. I used to love me some MAC lipsticks. That's my shit. That's my shit. My next product or my next favorite product right now is the L'Oreal Voluminous Original Mascara. After going through struggles with mascara for years and trying to get my lashes to look more voluminous and like, more pronounced, I guess. I feel like I kind of hit the jackpot with this shit low key. So I always keep at least 2 of these on me. I have one that's curved, one that's not curved. And I always keep them and I apply them in tandem and with my lashes and shit like that. Because them shits bring your lashes out, at least for me.
Let's see. My third pick is going to be Elf, which is in like Target, Ulta, Walmart. It's a pretty affordable brand, although them prices be going up a little bit steady. But they have a product, and I believe it also one of their best in beauty is the Elf Halo Glow filter. I use the color medium for like my foundation, and then I use the color deep for contouring. If you ever see my stream or me in a picture, that's pretty much what I'm always wearing over my foundation. But what it does is it creates like a light amount of coverage. Think of it as almost like a BB cream, CC cream sort of amount of coverage. And it has this most amazing, like subtle light reflecting pigment in it. It gives you some coverage, yes, but it also gives you like some life, some natural skin to your face and radiance. That might come in handy if you are wearing like a matte foundation. It's so beautiful. Wear it under your foundation, over your foundation. Just try it. Thank me later.
Damn, that just sound clutch. All right. My ass over here taking notes. My next product is the NYX Lingerie Double XL. I've had these for a while and I like to pair them with some dark brown lip liner. And the color is Undressed. I like the little color contrast. The dark lip liner, light brown lip, light lip pink thing going on. I think it's a cool look. So I've been wearing that for a while. So if you're looking for like, it's like I'll say like a palish pink. It's like
What's
a
it called?
palish, like the shade is called Undressed. It's like a pale pink, but it's kind of like a brownish pink. And I do think it contrasts well with like the dark brown. If you want that like two-tone-ish kind of look, you could even pair it with another dark lip on your lip. You know what I'm saying? So it's my cool little day-to-day combo.
My fourth pick, I tried those before. Hold on. Those things are dry as hell. Make sure you tell people to moisturize their lips before they use them.
My lips be moist, but I do moisturize my lips pre. You right. I moisturize my lips pre though.
All right. So this next one, my favorite concealer of all time. Backstory, I have dark circles. They're not the first thing you would notice on my face. I have like some old blemishes on my skin from when I've had a breakout. Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer is chef's fucking kiss if you have discolorations on your face. It will cover a tattoo. It will cover your dark circles, your dark spots, your mustache. It will cover anything.
Nigga, did you say mustache?
It's so good. So I know for me, when it comes to picking a concealer, If you have discoloration in your eyes that is a dark circle situation, then you want to go with one that's a little bit cooler for your under eye. Again, because I'm going for more brightening rather than camouflaging, I use a more yellow based one that is 2.5 sheets lighter than my natural skin tone. A lot of the problems that sometimes people make when they're getting concealer is they pick a concealer shade that's too light for them to where it's like noticeable. You don't want your concealer to be like all that you can see. Okay. Going lighter will not make it brighter, I promise. If anything, the darkness will peek through. And that's the only thing that's worse than wearing no concealer is wearing too much concealer that's too light and you can still see the dark circles underneath it. But yeah, Anastasia Beverly Hills Magic Touch Concealer.
And my final product or my final favorite is the Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 in the shade Rich Brown. I know for my chocolate folks, it is very hard to find deep brown shades. So definitely check that out. Honorable mentions are Mac Chestnut and the Dose of Colors collection, the brown shade. This is hard as hell to find deep brown shades for the outline of the lip. So definitely go check that out. Huda Beauty Lip Contour 2.0 Rich Brown. Smooth application. It also has the little thing you can twist to push it up, similar to like little push pop. So you ain't got to be sitting there sharpening. And listen, I done been through the trenches. I done been in the kitchen with the knife, all type of shit. You ain't got to do all that.
My last one, I was actually going to give y'all a skincare product and kind of cheat the system, but I'm not going to do that. No, I am going to give y'all like another foundation. So I recommended the NARS one, but I need you to hear me. And it won Allure Best in Beauty. It's $42. This bitch better be good. But it's the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Liquid Foundation. It is everything I said about the e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter for the face, plus the NARS foundation together in one. If you look at the bottle, at least the foundations that I've gotten, you can see silver specks. It almost looks like really fine shimmers into the foundation when you look at the bottle. And when you put it on your skin, it is so freaking beautiful. If it wasn't so damn expensive, I would wear it a lot more. But if you're someone who wants full coverage, you want it to look like runway ready, you want to look like you're like a Dior model, this is that sort of foundation. If you're someone who has like acne scarring or a lot of texture on your face, this would not be a good one for you just because the highlight and the radiant effect of it would only showcase the texture issues a little bit more. I would go with something a little bit more matte for that skin type. But yeah, the Makeup by Mario Surreal Skin Liquid Foundation, amazing. And I'm going to do an honorable mention. One of them, I realize this is incredibly bougie, but I got one for free a long time ago and I've been using it like little bit by little bit. You ever had something like really, really good and you just like, I just got to make it last. I just got to
So you like
stretch it out.
Stretching it out. Yep.
Like your mama putting water in like the dishwasher.
Diluting juice and shit. Yeah.
But there's this brand called Hourglass. They have this lip oil that's like $50 something.
Jesus, how small is the container?
It's about the length of a cigarette, a little bit wider. It's not even halfway full. There's no way. It has a solid gold tip. And then you press a button and then the oil, which smells like chamomile, comes out and you lather it all over your lips and it comes in clear and it comes in like pink. I had the pink one and it is my number one thing that I'm going to miss when it's gone because I will never be able to afford it again. It is so beautiful. I recommend that if you have dry, cracked, dusty lips, exfoliate your lips with like brown sugar, honey. Take off the dead skin and then put that oil on. Baby, you will feel like a millionaire. Goddess.
Not the super soft lips.
But yeah, y'all, that was some of our favorite beauty products.
These listener letters are very hectic. I'm taken aback. You ready? All right. So we got one listener letter. I'm going to give you, I'm trying to think, what can I name you? I'm going to name you Patricia. So Patricia sent an email discussing or asking a question about dating as a Twitch streamer. Patricia
I'm unqualified to answer this question.
Oh my God. Patricia said, "Hey guys, I love your podcast. I listen to it while I'm at my fuck ass job." So from what I heard, Doja Cat's boyfriend is hated because he is or was a streamer and used his platform to date. So basically he would fuck his fans, then ghosted them. And yes, that's gross. Do you guys think of dating fans? I want to know because his backlash was lethal. I've heard other streamers say they wouldn't date a fan, but most streamers are in their house 24/7. So if you're not dating fans or other content creators, how do you date if you're not outside?
Wait, what's her name?
Patricia.
But why are you giving her a fake name?
Because maybe she might not want you.
It's not like she's asking about like how if she can run away from home. She's just asking about streamers dating. You don't gotta like this ain't law.
Look, I'm giving everybody the fake name. Maybe they ain't want this shit.
Hold on, I'm so confused. So the question is whether or not we would date a fan or if we would ever date another content creator.
Yeah, because she's asking. So if you're not dating fans or other content creators, how do you date?
See, I don't understand the last part. What do you mean, how do I date? Like those are the only two options?
How do you know? How are you dating? We're just under the assumption that we're not going outside or we don't go anywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
So because we don't go outside, our only two options are other content creators
and fans.
Yeah, I don't understand that mentality. That makes no sense.
I don't think, because there's so many places you can meet people, but niggas really don't go outside at all.
I will say this. No, I would never date a fan. I have gone on record as saying I would never date anybody who watches my streams. Honestly, I hate when people even check my profiles before we've met. I just think it's super gross. I don't want you researching me or looking me up before we've met. I've had several people I've dated in the past do that, and I hate it. I tell them straight up, do not go through my shit. And they do it anyway, and we off to a bad start. I would never date another content creator. Ew, gross, throw it away, garbage. You can laugh, Mira. It's fine.
I'm laughing because
listen, y'all. Mira just said the other day that when she was listening back to the podcast, she was so silent when I'm talking. It sounded awkward. And what is she doing? She is holding back laughs.
Being silent. My bad. Because I'm over here weak, but I'm trying not to laugh for you.
But no, gross. And how do I date? I don't. Your turn, Mira.
It's messy. And fucking with content creators is also messy. Shout out to no shade to my peers. Shout out to those that can and do it. But it can be very messy. Even just being friends with content creators and people assuming things. Yeah, just that's the homie. We game together and then just people assuming that y'all fucking because y'all the opposite sex and all type of stupid shit.
What about dating a content creator?
Dating? Like I said, shout out to the people that do it, but it can't be me because everybody in the world not going to be asking me what happened to so-and-so. It just can be annoying because then if you break up with them, now the whole world want to know why. And the whole world want to know play-by-play of what happened. They want the mix. They want the shaboing boing.
Especially because it seems like a lot of these relationships, it's the man who has the bigger following than the woman.
Oh, damn.
From what I've seen.
A lot of the time, yeah. So a lot of that stress, potential harassment, whatever, it usually goes on the woman.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damn.
That was no shade. That was no shade.
It's some messy shit. You can't even hang out with a nigga without somebody assuming something. Had something similar happen to me, but it turns out that's because he was fucking his moderators. So he was just throwing dick everywhere and they thought he was throwing it at me. It can get
I want to be part of a relationship rumor. I want someone to ship me with somebody else. That's never happened to me.
That shit is messy. You don't. That shit is messy as hell. I didn't know that's what Doja boyfriend was doing. He a piece of shit. You ready
I feel like that's very common with content creators, YouTubers, so on and so forth.
Abuse of power.
I have heard countless stories of content creators using their following and their clout as a way to manipulate young girls to sleep with them. But I mean, that also applies to like any male celebrity. So let's move on.
Thank y'all so much for your listener letters. Be sure to write us at theprettypettipod@gmail.com and we'll be right back with our go off segment.
All right, y'all, we're back with Go Off. This is the part where we kind of sound off on something that happened this week. Do you have anything you want to go off about, Mir?
I'd like to go off on myself because why did I sit my raggedy ass up in this chair and make the decision to give myself a work to do these damn squats? Like when I say I'm hurting, I almost fell down the fucking stairs like 10 times this week. My body is crumbling to pieces. My bones, everything sound like snap, crackle, and pop that. I'm sick of this shit. I need to stop setting myself up like this. So I'm going off on me. Pass me, you a piece of shit.
I really don't have too much to say. I guess I would go off on the crusty dusty on Love is Blind this week. Jimmy, I'm so sorry, sir. Chelsea had us fooled, you know. I was with her even through Megan Fox Gate. You know, I was going like let her ride because you were such a piece of shit. But it turns out she's also a piece of shit. Sarah Ann, you a no good hussy. Leave that woman's man alone. They weren't even broken up for a whole 60 seconds before you climbed up on that man's DMs. For shame, shame, shame. Like Game of Thrones style with like the bell. Shame, shame, shame. I'm just going off on those two people. But as Mira was saying, if you guys have any feedback that you want for us, anything that you would like us to focus on, or a topic idea for the future, or just a question in general, write to us at theprettypettypod@gmail.com. If you could leave us a rating on Spotify or wherever you listen to our podcast. We have all of the episodes up on, I think, all the platforms at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Any last words?
Y'all take care of yourselves. Get some sleep. Take your asses to bed. Check out my content. Just Google X Mirror. Check out my content on twitch.tv or youtube.com.
Yo, I'm fucking dying.
What?
He's like, yeah, yo, take your vitamins. Be healthy. Watch your vitamin D. Man, just check out my content. Like,
no,
just help us sister out.
Listen, getting good sleep changed your life. I got sleep, nigga.
No, it wasn't the advice. It was the direct segue. Man, just check out my content.
Check out my content.
Samesies. Mary's still doing her tipathon. I don't know if she'll still be doing her tipathon by the time this episode comes out.
Last day Friday.
She's raising funds to go to the Dominican Republic to get new teeth.
What? I'm scared. Hell no. You're not gonna have me in this bitch with the Steve Harvey teeth. Fuck out of here.
I am finishing a Resident Evil 4. That game has humbled me greatly. I went so long. I played for 6 hours without dying. And then once I got to this one thing, I just kept dying over and over and over again.
That's not bad. That game is not easy.
And it's even worse when you have no attention span. So I'll be in the same room lost for 20 minutes. The puzzle is easy. Once I find a puzzle, it's fine, but I get lost like a motherfucker.
On the way to it. Oh my God.
But yes, drink your water, masturbate responsibly, and we will see you next week. Say bye, Mary. Bye-bye.
Take care. All right, Mary Poppins.